Today is a very auspicious day, Disappearance Day of Sri Raya Ramananda. Our Gurudev wrote his biography in this book. I will not read everything because it is long, so just summary. Sri Ramananda. In him, many identities are there. One is, he is Arjuna, this who was hearing Gita. Another is another Arjuna in Krishna Lila in Vrindavan, one cowherd boy, Priya Narmasaka, also named Arjuna. They are different. And some say Lalita Saki, but Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said Vishaka Saki. And also when Pandava Arjuna, this one who heard Gita, became the Gopi Arjunia to serve in Gopi Prem, that is also possible in some exceptional cases. It is written in Padma Puran. So all there inside. Then Gurudev said, how this is possible? We are unable to understand. Then Gurudev explained, in the same way as we have these material elements, ether, fire, air, fire, water, and earth, 5 elements. And the property of sound is in ether. Then if you add more, that in air, there is something, touch maybe. No, touch is in earth. Means each property, like in water there is taste property, but in earth all these are there, included in same element. All these properties. Or like Shantarasa, you have 2 qualities, Krishna Nishta, Trishna Tag. They are fully devoted to Krishna and have no any other desire. And if you add 1 quality more, Das Seva, then it becomes Dasya Rasa. They, by own initiative, they go to serve Krishna. And if you add 1 more quality, that intimacy, you will get Sakya Rasa. If you add 1 more, that affection and taking care of and maintaining, then you will get Vatsalya Rasa. And if you add 1 more, that is with all limbs, gopis they are serving, then it will become Madhurya Rasa. So in Madhurya Rasa, all the qualities of other rasas are already there, included, inside. So like that, in Raya Ramananda, all these are there, inside, in harmony, there is no problem. So, our Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur saw Vishaka in him through his divine eye because of his particular relation with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He saw the same way as Vishaka has for Krishna. So Sarup Damodar is Lalita and Raya Ramananda is Vishaka. And as a friend also he was there, Raya Ramananda, and his father Bhavananda Rai is Pandu. He has 5 sons in Gaur Lila also, 5 Pandavas, and here also 5 sons. Gopinath Patanayak, we heard, he was cheating the king. Then Raya Ramananda and Baninath, he was chanting Harinam while in prison, not on Japamala, just chanting and cutting, means making some mark on his body, how much he's counting. And then also Subudhi and some Sudanidhi and Kalanidhi, yes, 5 brothers. So they are Pancha Pandavas. Raya Ramananda is Arjuna. And all this. So different qualities can manifest and different moods can manifest. Like gopis, they can serve like dasya also, they can serve in any way because all qualities are there. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had 3.5 most intimate associates. They were of the same mood. That was Ramananda, Swarup Damodar, Shiki Mahiti, and his sister Madhavi Devi. They were all in Madhurja Rasa, personal associates of Radharani in that mood. So only with them, Mahaprabhu was relishing this mood. We heard in Chaitanya Charitamrita in Gambhira, not in public and with everyone, even with his not devotees with other rasas, only those who are in this rasa and privately. So externally, he was born in Orisian Karana caste. It is like Shudra and Nerpuri. That Alal Nath, Gurudev said, the actual name is Alvar Nath. In connection with those Alvars, they are personal associates of Narayan. They appeared in South India. Later on, Ramanuja also came in that line. Alvars. So Alvarnath. Mahaprabhu also used to go to that place when he was feeling separation from Jagannath. When after Snan Yatra, Jagannath is sick, so he's taken care of privately with proper diet and Ayurvedic medicine and everything. So there is no darshan for 15 days before Ratha Yatra. At that time, Mahaprabhu used to go to Alanath because one deity is there. So but as we heard many times, the outwardly what caste one devotee is born, that has no meaning here. In whatever family a pure devotee is born, he is transcendental. He is not to be judged by any this external. Like Haridas Thakur, he was Muslim but pure devotee, and Hanuman is a monkey but pure devotee. Rai Ramananda like externally Shudra but pure devotee. So one should not judge a Vaishnava by jati, by birth. And Guru, one should not think Guru is ordinary human being. And water that has washed the lotus feet of Vishnu, or like ordinary water, or mantra of Vishnu, ordinary sound, no. Or Vishnu, anyone is equal to Vishnu, that is all wrong conceptions. So one who has such conceptions, he is living in hell, means in material existence. He is not having faith in Vishnu and Vaishnava. And also in Diti, if someone thinks Diti is a stone or metal or like this, then that is also wrong. According to Bhajan Nirnay, one scripture, Ramananda Rai was the disciple of Raghavendra Puri and a grand disciple of Madhavendra Puri. So his guru was disciple of Madhavendra Puri. Then, you know, when Mahaprabhu took sannyas, then on the request of his mother, he went to Puri to stay there. And first he rescued Sarvam Bhattacharya from Mayavad philosophy. When he graced him, that time Sarvam Bhattacharya requested Mahaprabhu, when you will go to South India, because Mahaprabhu already announced he wants to go on pilgrimage to South India. That is only on the pretext, but actually he wanted to rescue all fallen souls. To preach he went, but on the pretext of visiting holy places. So Sarvam Bhattacharya requested Mahaprabhu. Before I could not understand. Now by your grace I can understand. Before I was making fun of Raya Ramananda. I thought he is lower class sadhaka. According to Mayavad, Vaishnavas are low class because they are unable to meditate on impersonal Brahma. Some foreign they have to meditate for beginning. So I thought he's Vaishnava, means worshipper, and this Krishna, all this low class sadhaka. So I ridiculed him and made fun of him and belittled him. But now, by your grace, I can understand. He's not ordinary person. Whatever he was speaking was transcendental, beyond that impersonal Brahman. And whatever he does is also transcendental. Everything he does is for the service of Krishna. So he said, if there is any person fit to associate with you, Mahaprabhu, it is he. He is of that status. So I request you, you please meet him without fail when you will go there. Then when Mahaprabhu went to South India, then in that Vidyanagar town, he met Ramananda Rai, where Ramananda Rai was serving as a governor of Orissa king Prataparudra. So they met on the bank of Godavari. That is one also sacred river. We are invoking them. But Mahaprabhu in his own bhav, he saw, oh, Jamuna, and that forest on the bank of Godavari is Vrindavan. So he went there and was sitting and was chanting. Then Raya Ramananda came with much pomp and everything because he's governor. That is all external, like Pundarik Vidyanidhi. But Mahaprabhu was very effulgent, and Ramananda Rai came to bow down to him. And Mahaprabhu, knowing fully well who is he, still he asked him, who are you? Then Ramananda Rai said, I am Shudra, I am your servant. I am low, you engage me in your service. Then Mahaprabhu embraced him. Then all the ecstatical symptoms of prema manifested in the body of both Mahaprabhu and Raya Ramananda, and they were crying and all this shivering, everything. So all those Brahmins, they were astonished. Those who were accompanying Ramananda Rai. They said Raya Ramananda is very scholarly and sober person, grave like this. How he became so emotional now? And this man, he looks like Brahman. Looks like he's a Brahman or God. So effulgent. What is this going on? So they could not understand. Then Mahaprabhu, seeing the situation, he controlled his emotion, and both they said. Then, but it had an effect on those others also. They also were inclined to chant Krishna now. Before they were not, but now, seeing this meeting, they became inclined. They were chanting. Then Mahaprabhu said, you are such a great devotee, even I am Mayavadi, I am feeling Krishna Prema. I cannot have any Krishna Prema because I'm Mayavadi, but in your association I'm feeling Krishna Prema. You are such a devotee. So, and here also Mahaprabhu taught that in public, where people cannot understand, such ecstatical symptoms should not be displayed. They will not understand. And also, such topics which ordinary public cannot understand should not be spoken in public. Then it will be detrimental for them. So that is why he controlled. And yes, Raya Ramananda said, you are Supreme Lord himself. Although Shudra should not be touched or look upon, but you embraced me. That is your mercy. And yes, these Brahmins, others, they also started chanting Harinam. Then Mahaprabhu said, "You are a great devotee. Indeed, you are the best amongst them. All those who behold you are immediately affected so that their hearts melt. What to speak of others? I am a Mayavadi sannyasi, yet I feel the onset of Krishna Prema when I touch you." Then Mahaprabhu said, "Actually, I came here because Sarvam Bhattacharya told me to meet with you. I want to hear Krishna Katha from you." Then Ramananda said, "Oh, that is Sarvam's affection for me, that he sent you here. So you please stay here for at least 5 to 7 or 8 days to purify my mind." This pure devotee always thinks like this. He will never boast, "I am rescuing others," or like this. No. You give me your association to purify my mind. Then they decided they will meet at that same spot in the evening. And they met, and Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami gave one example, like there is water in ocean. By sun, it evaporates and the cloud is formed. Then from that cloud, rain comes. Means the same water comes again back to ocean. And many minerals are produced by that in the ocean. This is the process. Same water, but through this process, mineral. Like here, generally Gurudev said we see that some disciple or votary or aspirant, he will ask Guru or Supreme Lord like Arjuna in Gita, and Krishna or Guru will reply, or Sanatana Goswami asking Mahaprabhu. That is general. But here we see that Mahaprabhu was asking Raya Ramananda questions and Raya Ramananda was speaking Harikatha. But it was that from Mahaprabhu came, through his question, came that empowerment to Raya Ramananda. By Mahaprabhu's grace, by Mahaprabhu's power, Raya Ramananda was speaking. So it was like ocean. Mahaprabhu is like ocean of Siddhanta. And Raya Ramananda became like a cloud. From ocean to the cloud, that water is coming. Means that water is forming that cloud. And from that same cloud, same water, it comes again back to ocean and many jewels are produced. Means we are hearing this Siddhanta here through their lila. This example. So Mahaprabhu asked Raya Ramananda, "What is the, you please tell me, by giving scriptural evidence. You should not speak from your own mind, intelligence, own opinion like this. No, it has to be substantiated by scriptures. That is very important because Shastra is Shabda Brahma. There are 3 types of evidences. One is Shabda Brahma, which is perfect sound, Vedic scriptures. They are beyond all illusion, imperfect senses, all this, 4 mistakes. That is free of this. Or sound which is coming from pure devotees' lips. That is same as Shastra. That is living Shastra. Actually, it will have more impact on us. Shastra are very vast. So many things there, and according to different eligibility like this. But if you hear from bona fide Guru, when he's giving instructions to you, that is Shastra particularly for you, what is necessary for you and what you have to do, and it will have more power, more, it will inspire more, touch you more, and it is particularly for you. But here Mahaprabhu wanted to say that it should be bona fide thing, not so. Then 2 others evidences are there. Pratyaksha means direct perception and Anuman means logic or reasoning. They are limited, but if they are supporting that Shabda Brahma through some examples or through something, then they are also accepted. Like one example you can see, Gurudev said, we all want to live eternally. No one wants to die. But body will die, it is sure. So who is this who is desiring this to live eternally? No one wants to die. So something which is non-eternal cannot have the desire to exist eternally. It is impossible. It is beyond his scope to have such desire. But we perceive there is such desire, and we perceive that body is temporary, and this desire we perceive. We don't perceive like directly soul with these eyes. With divine eyes we can see. But if such reasoning is given in support of eternality of soul, such reasoning can also be accepted as evidence, or such perception also. So when it is supporting Shabda Brahma evidence, means Vedic scripture or that sound from Guru, then it can also be accepted. If it is against, then it is not. You should not. So Mahaprabhu said, it has to be substantiated by scriptures, then it will be bona fide. Scriptures are coming from Supreme Lord. They are not different from him, without any defects. And they are coming through Guru Parampara, bona fide Guru Parampara. So that is accepted as evidence of, like mother will say, who is your father? Can anyone say, I saw before I was born, or while I was like, that I saw who is my father? Can anyone say? No one saw. So you cannot depend on this direct perception. You have to depend on the word of your mother or other brothers, sisters. You have to accept. He's your father. So like that, what Veda Mata is saying, Supreme Lord is Krishna, you are coming from him, that is correct. And you can realize also through bhajan. So he said you have to say with scriptural evidence. So those who are not accepting scriptures, like Buddhists and others, they are not included in this at all. That will not be. So first step is one has to accept scriptures, Vedic scriptures, for eternal realization. Then, what is the ultimate goal of life and what is the process to attain it? We are hearing from Chaitanya Charitamrita. First, Ramananda said, to satisfy Vishnu is the ultimate goal of life. How we can do it? By following Varna, Ashram, Dharma. Because he gave these orders, how one should do his duties according to his Varna Ashram. Then Mahaprabhu said, Eho bhajya age kohoar. This is external. Say something more. Gurudev said he did not say absolutely not, or this is wrong, or this is nothing. No, but this is not what Mahaprabhu came to give. So he said external, because by this process one cannot get what Mahaprabhu wanted to give. So he said external. Then Ramananda said, when one offers the fruits of this karma, this varnashram, to Supreme Lord and actions, that is the process to attain satisfaction of Vishnu. Again, Mahaprabhu said, Eho bhaja aga kohva. This is external, please say something more. Now we are hearing in Gita. One is like Varnashram Dharma following, then it is Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga, when you offer your activities, whatever you do, whatever you eat, everything you should offer to Supreme Lord. those duties, not whatever, like anything you want to do, you will offer to Krishna. No, whatever means according to your Varna ashram, whatever you are doing. Either you are doing Kshatriya Dharma or Brahmana Dharma, that thing you have to offer. Not whatever in the sense anything. Whatever, according to your position that you have to do, if you offer those activities to Krishna, that is better. That is, first was karma, then there is karma arpan, to offer a karma. Then Mahaprabhu said this is external, same more. Then he said, by following Gyan, one has to give up all karmas, karma tyak. And he gave this verse of Gita, Sarvadharma Parityaja, used in this context as for this. You give up all these dharmas because their false ego is involved. Brahmana, Kshatriya, all this is related to Triguna. But Gyan means you have to go beyond Triguna. So you have to give up these all worldly identifications. That is higher. Then Mahaprabhu said, this is external, you say something more. Then he said, and also Gurudev explained this, Sharanagati, Sarvadharam Parityaja, Mam Ekam Sharanam Braja, Aham Tan Sarva Moksheshan Mashucha. You don't worry, Arjuna, I will rescue you from all sins. Because Arjuna was thinking, if I will only serve Krishna, but I will not do other duties, then I will commit sin by omitting those duties. So then Krishna had to guarantee him, no, you will not do any duties. So this is also external, Mahaprabhu said. Why it is external? Because here there is no knowledge of your eternal relation with Krishna and actual faith that Krishna has to give such explanation, such guarantee. If one has actual faith, he knows by serving Krishna all are served, all duties are performed, everything is done. But if someone has some doubt and Krishna has to explain or give guarantee, then that is not yet pure Sharanagati. So it is external. And there is no mention of surrender to pure devotee of Krishna here. That is also missing. Then he said this verse, Brahma Bhuta Prasanatmana Shochatina Kankshati Samasarveshu Bhuteshu Mad Bhaktim Labhate Param. This Jnana Mishra Bhakti with Gyan is mixed. Mahaprabhu said this is external. Go further. Then he said that verse, Jnane Prayasam Udapasya Namanteva Sanmukaritam, that of Brahma spoken to Krishna. You have to throw this Gyan process, trying to get the ultimate goal through Gyan process, inductive, ascending process, that you have to throw far away. Udapasya, very far away you have to throw, and Namanteva, you have to submit to Harikatha coming from the lips of pure devotee and regulate your life according to that. And wherever you stay, in whatever condition of life, stane stitam, you have to hear Harikatha from pure devotee and you have to serve Krishna. This is one meaning, stane stita. Another meaning is, where Harikatha is going on, there you should stay. You should not go to some places where Harikatha is not going on. That will be detrimental for your progress. You should not stay at such a place. Even Prahlad, we heard, he said, one should give up such a house where there is no invitation of sadhus who will remind us that you are for Krishna. So if there is no invitation of sadhus, then how we will be rescued? So such house one has to give up. So this verse, Jnana Shunya Bhakti, means no any gyan there, only pure devotion for Krishna satisfaction, and by hearing Harikatha, Shravan Kirtan, and doing service by Shravan Kirtan, here Mahaprabhu said, Eho hoy age kohor. Yes, this is right. Yes, this is good. But say something more. So here Mahaprabhu's teaching starts. He gave this indication. This is what I came to give. I came to give pure devotion by means of sadhu sangha, Shravan Kirtan, and then further it will be developed. Then he said, you say more. Then Raya Ramananda went to explain Shantarasa, then Dasya Rasa, then Sakya Rasa, Vatsalya Rasa, Madhurasa, Swakya, Parakya, and Radharani. And speciality of Radharani's prema, everything he explained to Mahaprabhu. Even Raya Ramananda said, till now no one asked me such a question. And I feel you are asking me this question, you are also empowering me to say about this. Something came in his mind when he was speaking. Then, finally, Mahaprabhu stopped him. He put hand on his mouth and said, don't speak anymore. Enough. Before he was saying, speak higher, better. But then finally, after he went into such about the explanation of Radharani, then he stopped him. Then Raya Ramananda saw, and he asked Mahaprabhu, before I saw you as a sannyasi, but now I see you are blackish cowherd boy. You are Krishna, and there is Radharani in front of you, like golden doll, and you are covered by her luster. What is this? Then Mahaprabhu said, you are devotee, so you see like that. Everywhere you see Krishna. Then Raya said, don't cheat me. You please tell me who you are. Then Mahaprabhu revealed to Raya Ramananda this form of combined Radha and Govinda together. In Mahaprabhu, he showed him, he revealed him that form. He confirmed that Rasaraj means the king of all transcendental mellows, Krishna, and Mahabhav, that highest type of love for Krishna, Radharani, combined in one form in Mahaprabhu. Then when Raya Ramananda saw this form, then he fainted. Then Mahaprabhu touched him, and then again he came to his senses. So Raya Ramananda could see this form directly by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's grace. Then next day again they met and they spoke, and Mahaprabhu asked again many questions. What is the highest fame in this world? Ramananda said, if one is a pure devotee of Krishna, that is highest. What is highest education? Ramananda said, there is no any other education except Krishna Bhakti. What is highest pain? Pain from separation from devotee, that is highest pain. And different these questions you will find in Chaitanya Charitamrita we are hearing. Then Mahaprabhu said to him, you should come with me to Puri. Now I will go to South India. I have to visit some places. Then when I will return, I will meet you. You should come with me to Puri, and you should stay with me all the time. We will speak Harikatha all day and night, and you please come. Then Mahaprabhu went to South India, and on his way back, he again met Raya Ramananda, and he showed him two books which he found in South India. One was Brahma Sanhita, another was Krishna Karnamrita by Bilu Mangal Thakur. He said, you see, I got these two books. Everything what you were saying to me at that time, it is here in this scripture. It is substantiated in this scripture. So very happily he showed him these two books. They're very important. Then Ramananda said, yes, I will come to you, to Puri, because I requested King Prataparudra, and he granted me, yes, you can come. Because Prataparudra was also a devotee of Mahaprabhu. When he heard it is Mahaprabhu's wish, then immediately he agreed. Yes, you can leave your job and I will give you pension. So you see, because Ramananda is householder, but by the grace of Supreme Lord, such arrangement was made. Like once not like this, but some similar and to some extent. When I was in India, already 3 months, 1 year, then when I was going back, then Gurudev asked me, when you will come again? Then I said, Kartik, next year. Then Gurudev said, why next year? This year, Kartik. Then I said, how Gurudev is possible? Already I'm 3 months, I'm on unpaid vacation. How I can come this year? Then Gurudev said, no, this year you have to come. Then Gurudev said, you say to your mother, because she was my boss that time, you say to her that I want that you should come for Kartik. And we are requesting her permission. Gurudev said. Then I said, and she agreed, like Prataparudra agreed, because he's a devotee of Mahaprabhu, and my mother is devotee of Gurudev. So Gurudev says, I want. You tell her, I want. So then there was something happened, some obstacles came. Again, Gurudev told me on phone, no, you have to come for full month, not only half month, full month. And you explain to your parents that there will be no problem in company. Because if you come for the service of Krishna, then by that everything is automatically done. So they should not worry. You explain to them. Gurudev is very strong, not unshaken. Then that arrangement was made and really there was no problem. One better worker came than me for that period and everything was. And Gurudev was very happy when I came. So everything is possible by the grace of Supreme Lord or pure devotee. What is impossible is also possible. So here Prataparudra gave him pension. Ramananda was not very old, like maybe, I don't know, 30 or something. But he got full pension. And he went to Puri, whole day he was doing bhajan with Mahaprabhu. Day and night also, not only during day. Night, we heard in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Night was more intense bhajan with Mahaprabhu. So, there are more details in that Guru, but that is another topic. Some other time I can tell all details, but it is possible. So, then Ramananda said, first I have to fix some things here, then I will come. Then he came after some time to Puri, and he was closest associate of Mahaprabhu, with Sarup Damodar, always with him. And he was staying in Jagannath Ballabh garden. One Bhajan Kutir was there. This is one park in Puri, near to our mat. And there he was writing dramas. And also he requested Mahaprabhu that this king has great love for you. You should give him darshan. So first Mahaprabhu said, you can send his son to me on the request of Ramananda. Then later Mahaprabhu gave darshan to king also, in a special way, we heard. Then Ramananda also was appreciating what Rupa Goswami was writing, because Ramananda is expert in writing poetry and dramas and all this. So when he was asking, Rupa Goswami, we heard in Chaitanya Charitamrita, specific questions. What is your introduction? What is this? How you will introduce the players? How you will, all this, how the structure of drama is to be done. He was asking Rupa Goswami, and he was astonished how Rupa Goswami is writing so nicely. It is by the grace of Mahaprabhu. And we also heard in Chaitanya Charitamrita not long ago, Pradyumna Mishra, one high-class Brahmin, came to Puri and he asked Mahaprabhu, I want to hear Krishna Katha from you. Then Mahaprabhu said, I don't know Krishna Katha, but you can go to Ramananda. I heard from him Krishna Katha. You go to him. So Pradyumna Mishra went, and Ramananda was that time busy, and secretary, servant said, you have to wait here. So it was long time. Then Ramananda finally came. Yes, and the Sevak explained that now Ramananda is very busy with his serving to Devadasis, young virgin girls. They will perform dance and singing for Jagannath's pleasure, for that drama which he wrote. So he's bathing them, he's dressing them, he's teaching them how to express emotions and different moves and mudras and everything, expressing that love for Jagannath as gopis. He's teaching them. So now when he's doing this, he does not want to be disturbed by anyone. So you will have to wait. He was waiting. Then Ramananda came after some time and he saw, oh, I did not know you come. You please forgive me. Very humbly he said, if you come some other time, then I can serve you. So please forgive me. Then after a few days, Mahaprabhu asked Pradyumna Mishra, you heard Krishna Katha? How it was? Mahaprabhu knows everything, but still he's asking. He said, yes, I went there, but he was busy. He was doing something. Something he was doing, so I could not hear Krishna Katha. Mahaprabhu understood that he's having some doubts about Ramananda after hearing what he's doing. Then Mahaprabhu started to speak that I am a sannyasi and I think I'm renounced. But even if I hear even a name of a woman, I get some transformations in my body. What to speak of seeing a woman? Even I hear the name of a woman, I feel this. Transformations means lust. But Ramananda has no any such. He is of different stage. He is fully transcendental. Because he is on transcendental platform, from his own Swarup as a gopi, he's teaching them how to do this seva for Jagannath. So in that Swarup on transcendental platform, he's teaching them and bathing them. Everything is for the service of Krishna. Although touching them while bathing, but he's always on transcendental consciousness of service to Jagannath. So there is no karma there, no lust, nothing is possible there. And yes, while doing so, he naturally sees and touches their bodies, but even so, his mind is never affected. He teaches the girls how to physically express all the moods of love so they can act them out before Jagannath Dev, but his mind and body are as steady as wood or stone. Indeed, it is amazing that even when he touches such young girls, his mind is not disturbed. Only Ramananda has the right to do such things, and when I see him do them, I can understand that his body is not material, but has been completely transformed into a spiritual entity. Then Mahaprabhu revealed this transcendental position of Ramananda Rai to Pradyumna Mishra and told him, no, you have to go to him. He will tell you about Krishna Katha. And even before Mahaprabhu, when he was himself speaking with Ramananda said, I am a Shudra, how I can say to you? Then Mahaprabhu said that verse, Kiba Vipra, Kiba Nyase Shudra Kenana, Jai Krishna Tattva Veta Se Guru Hoy. Whether one is Brahmin, Shudra, Sannyasi, householder, or whatever, this doesn't matter. One who knows the truth about Krishna, he is Guru. He can impart this knowledge to others. He can rescue others. He can liberate others. One who knows. So here also, Mahaprabhu told you have to go to him only. Don't have doubts. Then Pradyumna Mishra went again and he heard Harikatha, Krishna Katha from Raya Ramananda, and then he was astonished. Oh. Because Raya Ramananda is speaking directly from Lila, that not what he read in some book and now repeating, no, direct is speaking. I experienced with Gurudev also like this. Sometimes when he was speaking about some pastimes of Govardhan and some Lila of the Saki, and like, then you could feel he's directly speaking from that realm. It's not theoretical one. And so there was once in Dhaka in Bangladesh, or someplace in Bangladesh, Parangurdev and Sridhar Maharaj, and they were preaching there, and other some sannyasis. Then they spoke. There are 13 Apasampradayas. Aul, Baul, Karta, Bhaja, Nera, Darvesh, Sai. Those 13. Tota kohe tera sange nahi. Tota kohe ei tera sange nahi kori. Don't associate with such pseudo sects, Apasampradayas. Then there were some Kishori Bhaja there on Harikatha. They said, you see, even Gauriya Mata is approving us. They did not say we are Apasampradaya. So they told to that organizer, you see, we are bona fide. Why you are saying we are not bona fide? Then that organizer said, what? They did not mention you? They said, no, we are bona fide. We are bona fide. Then that organizer said, they are claiming they are bona fide because in Harikatha you mentioned only those 13 Apar Sampradaya, did not mention that. Then they came to know what they are doing. Then next day, they said same verse, Aul, Baul, Karta, Bhajanera, Darvesh, Sai, Saki, Kishori, Beja, they added inside. Then they became disturbed. Yesterday you said we are not Apasampradaya. Today you said we are. What is this? Said yes, because you are doing these things. You are associating with ladies, illicit sex connection in the name of this you are doing, because that organized told what they are doing. Then they said, but it is in Chaitanya Charitamrita. They gave one verse, but they translated wrongly. Nari means not or woman. So they translated wrongly to suit their purpose. They showed that it is there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Raya Ramananda was doing. Then Sridhar Maharaj became strong. He repeated this word of Mahaprabhu. Only Raya Ramananda has right to do this. No one else. Means one who has such qualities as Raya Ramananda, he is transcendentally positioned. He has a right to do this. Not those who are slaves of their senses. And they explained that verse, what is the real meaning. So, like this, many Apasampradaya are claiming, but it is not correct. So, Raya Ramananda can do. Not anyone will imitate for lasting purpose, but they are not doing same thing as he's doing. He fully was engaged in the service of Krishna. From his own swarup as a gopi, he was teaching them. That is why no lust. Then, when Ballabhata came, he was a bit proud. Then Mahaprabhu started to speak humbly of himself. No, I don't know anything. I learned from Haridas Thakur about chanting. I learned from Raya Ramananda about Krishna Prema, and from other devotees, he said, I learned from them. So in this way, he cut the pride of him, that Ballabhata. And Then we also heard how during the day Mahaprabhu was doing Sankirtan and visiting Jagannath temple and Haridas Thakur and like this, but in night time his ecstasy redoubled. That time he was in Radha Bhav, in Gambhira, and what Bhav he was expressing, according to that Bhav, Ramananda Rai would give appropriate verses from Bhagavatam or other scriptures to support that mood and to enhance that mood of Mahaprabhu. And Sarup Damodar would sing songs appropriate to Mahaprabhu's ecstasy. And then after that was like half night, already 3 a.m., then they went to sleep. Ramananda went to his house and Sarup Damodar was sleeping there in Gambhira. At that time Mahaprabhu was chanting loudly, we heard in Chaitanya, and getting some internal revelations of Leela and like this, and he could not remain there in Gambhira. He went out through 3 locked doors. It is impossible, but he's God. So he went out and they were searching everywhere. Ramananda, Sarup Damodar was there. So whole night was spent like this. And then again in the morning, no sleep, again whole day bhajan, again whole night and like this, all the time. They can do because they have no material body. We cannot imitate. We have to do accordingly. So he was always there. He was speaking from Krishna Karnamrita, songs of Vidyapati, Gita Govinda, and like this. Chandidas. And through Ramananda Rai and Sri Sarup Damodar Goswami, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu joyfully announced to the world that Harinam Sankirtan is the best means to attain love of God in this age of quarrel. That verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Horshe Prabhu Kochen, Shuno Swarup Ramarai, Kalo Nama Sankirtan Paramopai. Or Nama Sankirtan Kalo Paramopai, yes, like this. Horshe Prabhu Kochen, Shuno Swarup Ramarai, Nama Sankirtan Kalo Paramopai. Very happily he said, it's the best means to attain Krishna Prema is by chanting Harinam. Then he explained about Shikastaka verses to them, to Sarup Damodar and Ramananda, how to properly chant Harinam so that we can get highest Krishna Prem. It is not only chanting, but it is also important to know how to chant. That is why in the 3rd verse, it is there, Jai Rupe Loile Nam Prem Upajoy, Tahar Lakshan Shlok Shuno Sarup Ramarai. Uttam Hoya Apanake Mane Trina Dham. Dui Prakare Sihisnita Kore Brikha Sama. Brikha Jeno Kati Leho Kichuna Bulai Shukaila Maile Kare Pani Namagoy. Jai Jai Magoy Tare De Apandon, Garma Vrishti Sahe Aner Correction. Uttam Hoya Vaishnav Hovinir Viman Jive Saman Divejani Krishna Adishtan. In this way we have to chant Harinam. Trinada Pisunichana Tarora, and he explained in Bangla this. If we are chanting in this way, with these 4 qualities, then we can get Krishna Prem. Without offenses, without all this, we have to chant for the satisfaction of Krishna. There are 2 opinions about Ramananda Rai's disappearance day. Some people say Jeshta Krishna Panchami, others Vaishak Krishna Panchami. Today is Vaishak Krishna Panchami. So we are following this opinion. So today, Ramananda disappeared from this world, entered into Golok Vrindavan, entered into Radha Krishna Lila, re-entered. He came from there, Vishaka, and re-entered. His glories are unlimited. Krishna is unlimited, transcendental. His devotees, they are also transcendental, unlimited. Their quality is always they are increasing. So no one can finish their glories. Only some hint we could remember today to purify my mind. So if you would want to know more details, it is there in Gurudev's book and also in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So on today's day, I am bowing down to Raya Ramananda and praying to kindly, out of his compassion, to forgive if any offenses I committed to his lotus feet, knowingly or unknowingly, and I pray to him to bestow the service of his lotus feet and the lotus feet of his object of worship, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or Radha Krishna. And Gurudev said, we did not see directly Ramananda Rai, but we saw our Gurudev. Gurudev is coming in same preceptorial channel from Mahaprabhu, Raya Ramananda, Swarup Damodar, Rupa Goswami, all they are coming. So they are not different, one with him. So we did not see them, but we saw our Gurudev. So I am bowing down to Gurudev and praying his causeless mercy, means pure devotion to Krishna and his devotees. Tomorrow we will hear further Bhagavad Gita.